Okay guys, tonight I'm going to explain how to solve this math problem. The object of this problem is to find the number of barrels that this cylindrical tank will hold. Now when we first look at one of these problems, we want to make sure that all the measurements that are given are all equal in units. So as we can see, 7 feet, 28 feet, and 14 feet are all converted to feet. So we don't have to do any conversions of this type before we start. Now the second thing you want to remember is that this tank is not a flat object. I know when I first looked at this, I looked at this as a rectangle and this as a semicircle. But in the real world, this is really a tank. So this will have a volume and liquids that may go inside. So this shape is not necessarily flat. So you kind of have to get in that mindset. So first we're going to start off, we're going to find the area of this part of the tank. Now the area formula for a cylindrical tank is A equals pi r squared, r being radius, times height. And we know that pi is 3.14, and we know that the height is 14 feet. And we have to remember the radius, you know that the diameter of the tank is 14, and the radius is half of the diameter. So r squared will be 7, because 14 divided by 2 is 7 squared. So we're going to multiply pi times r squared, and this will get you the height. And this equals to 4,310.265. And this will be cubic feet. Now this is the area of your tank, so we still have a little bit more to do. Now we're going to find the area of these two semicircles right here. Now it's asking for volume, so instead of you picturing this as semicircles, you want to think of it as a sphere. And so the area to find the volume of a sphere is volume equals 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed. So this will equal 4/3 times pi, which is 3.14, times r cubed. Now for the previous formula, r was 7, so we know that already, but here we have to cube it. And this will equal 4/3 times 3.14, and 7 cubed is 343. And when we multiply all that together, we get 1,436.755. And this is cubic feet, or feet cubed. Now once you get this area, you have to remember this is the area for the sphere, for the total sphere. Now what we're going to do is add these two together, and when you add these two together, you get 5,747 times 0.2, and this is feet cubed, which is the total area of this cylindrical tank. However, the problem is asking for how many barrels will fit inside the tank. So we must convert this cubic feet to barrels. And how you do that is you multiply your cubic feet, And when you do the conversion, you go from cubic feet to cubic feet, and then how many cubic feet to barrels. And this will give you your answer. So 1 cubic foot is 0.178 barrels. And when you multiply two fractions, you just pretend that this is over 1. And when you multiply two fractions, you multiply horizontally. So that's this number times this number, which is 1,022.964, or if you round, 1,023 barrels. That is your answer. So 1,023 barrels will fit in this whole cylindrical tank.